Hello everybody, welcome back to a brand new video here on the channel. I have finally returned to the Nitro Racing League on iRacing for the first time in over a year, I think, or around a year at least now. So very exciting times ahead. And my first race back is at Sonoma Raceway here. 55 laps. I do 50% races at these league races here now as we would get underway on these opening moments here. So 55 laps, there's some things to know. The leader, Matt Morton, he is basically untouchable. He is basically an esports pro, and he's going to be in the Coke Series in the future. There's no doubt about it. So basically, it's a race for second on back, and Matt is just going to run away with everything. I'm trying to do the whole season from here on out, and these videos will be a mix of live commentary and post-race commentary, and you're going to hear about a little bit of my commentary live right here.
Yeah, you gotta be so careful on these opening moments.
Yeah, the tire's really cold, so you gotta really baby this car around these opening moments.
I mean, there's honestly probably not a moment where I'm gonna push hard in the first 50 laps.
I challenge you guys to see, you see my shirt right now? Watch it get more drenched as the race goes on. So for context, it was 30 plus degrees Celsius in my room. I don't know what that is in your guys' degrees in America. But yeah, it was hot to say the least. No AC. I'm in a sunroom, so there's also a bunch of windows that let the sun in throughout the day. So it makes it so hot. But I was settling in here in P3 on these opening laps now. Like I said, 55 laps, so we've got plenty of time to kind of work things out. I have talked to the league owner, Karma, as usual, about if anyone here wants to join Nitro. Simply, he told me, I said, hey, like, what specific things should I say about anyone who might want to join? He just says, don't be a baboon, and don't mess around. He doesn't mess around, I should say. So if you're stupid on the track, you know, driving like an idiot, you're simply out. So if you can drive a car and be respectful and clean, then, I mean, you can join the Nitro Racing League, and as well, if you really do want to join, you think you can, you know, bring some fun to the league, there's two ways you can get in touch. You can hit up the Nitro account through DMs on Twitter, and as well, you can also go and contact Matt, aka Karma, the league owner, on Discord. I will put both the links for the Twitter account and Matt's Discord in the description down below. So, you can see, speaking of Matt, he was out in front of me. There's a lot of Matts in the league. Matt Morton leading the race, Matt O'Brien in second place, Matt Chaffee behind us in fourth. As you guys know, if you've watched me long enough, road racing is kind of my thing, so I was not surprised that my first race back in a next-gen car on a road course, I was running in the top 5. You know, ovals might be a little bit more difficult for me, but I am excited nonetheless for the rest of the season. I don't even know where the next race is. I'm kind of going into it blind, just seeing whatever it is and showing up and racing, basically. But I will be kind of doing 2 little winners per video. It'll be Matt Morton and then the best of the rest, because it's going to be basically impossible to beat Matt Morton. So if you guys think you can bring the heat to him, feel free to come and join along as well. 14 drivers in this race. Lap 21 already. Settling into this 3rd position, it's really difficult to pass unless the car in front of you makes a mistake. That dirty air really holds you back, and basically it was kind of this back and forth. You could reel in the car in front of you for so long, and then that dirty air, you would just start to fall back, and then you'd try to reel them back in. The same was happening behind me. Matt Chaffee would get to me, he would fade back. He would get to me again, couldn't pass me because I wouldn't make an error, he would fade back. Just behind him was Joseph, and he was putting a lot of pressure as well, and actually he had gotten past Matt Chaffee at this point. So Chaffee was also about to make a pit stop, so myself and Matt O'Brien here, 2nd and 3rd, were getting ready to make our own set of pit stops, but working as well through some lap traffic here about the midway point of this race. There goes Matt Gale in the number 8 around, just about. He saves it, another Matt.
Yeah, it's just gonna, no matter what.
That was us just briefly talking about the lap times getting quicker. So myself and Matt come into the pits here from P2, P3 to try and cover off Chaffee and Joseph, who have short pitted undercut attempt in trying to get ahead of us. That's obviously the easy way to get past us. So we come in 7 seconds because we take fuel and a little bit of fuel only, and no tires. You do not want to take tires at a road course in the next gen car. Older tires with this tire model are faster and better, so don't take tires. Little tip now. We come out just on the front nose of Joseph, Chafe behind us, Sicily behind him, and you can see about a second and a half between myself and Karma, who's up in front, but things are going to get a little bit spicy here on the run towards the hairpin. Watch this. Now, Joseph sends one up the inside.
Whoa!
So, for context, he actually had a big lockup.
Oh, sorry, Gary.
You hear him apologize there. That didn't really do anything for me, so I was on a mission from this point on. We continue on. A little bit frustrating, of course. We dropped that position to him.
And Joseph just sent one up my inside and just barged us both into the barrier.
It is what it is. We got very little left front, mainly just cosmetic damage now, but trying to settle in. Chafe behind us is starting to close. We're currently P5 and net P4 because Riley Rosenbrook still has to pit. So does the leader of Mahu, but he is fine. He's obviously, he could wreck the car 2 times and still be leading this race. So we continue on, and now I was quite determined. I wanted to get back to Joseph, obviously, for pretty straightforward reasons now, but it was difficult once again getting to him. So you can see myself hovering around the 1 to 1.5 seconds back here, and we were both trying to reel in Matt O'Brien, Karma, because he was actually saving a little bit of fuel. He wasn't confident he could make it, so that would allow us to get up here.
Who's that?
What?
Did you not just see the car there on the right?
No.
Yeah, there's a car junked in the barrier.
The car that was junked in the barrier, Caden Henry, he was out of the race after that. Here's some more lap traffic. A lot of these drivers are drivers we've raced with from the NASCAR Heat 5 days. You know, Matt Morton is Mahu, of course, Matt O'Brien's Karma, as I am lunging one up the inside of Gale right there on a lap car. But then you got Chafe around us as well. Jay Gale is here racing with us too. He was struggling quite hard. Jay's really struggles when it comes to road racing in the next gen car, but he was just trying to do this race to learn and get better. So settling into this 5th place still, as Rosenbrook had not pitted yet. He still has to pit, so we are a net P4, but you can see now Joseph has run down Karma, and I am right here behind this battle in perfect position if anyone screws up like this. Matt nearly loops it around. Good save from him there, as he had given up the spot to Joseph at this point, though, because he was still trying to save a little bit of fuel, so that allowed me to close right in on him as well, as we are going to go and put a lap on Martin Roberg. Shout out to Martin Roberg's made some schemes for my iRacing career mode and my Heat 5 career mode that you'll see soon. Speaking on iRacing career mode, where is it? I keep getting the question. I've addressed it a few times, but basically iRacing has confirmed their own career mode on the way, which I'm now waiting on because we couldn't finish this current season probably by the time it came out, and currently the iRacing AI with the next-gen cars is awful. So it kind of takes a lot of want to do it for me now as we continue though. Now up into P4, by the way, as Rosenbrook had pitted here. Now as look at, there goes the 43, Matt O'Brien. We're going to go around the outside of him. So thank you for the position, Karma. Up into 3rd place we go.
Good save again.
A good save indeed there for Matt here now, but he actually is going to lunge one up my inside into the hairpin. This is lap 41. He just had more pace than me, so I just kind of let him have it. And I wanted to let him go in the hairpin so I could still fight with Chafe, who was right here, and it actually was executed to, I would say, perfection. We stay ahead of Chafe here and continue on with less than 15 laps to go here in my Nitro Racing League return. And so far, so good, of course, aside from the contact with Joseph now. But things are about to get a little bit interesting. Watch this. There goes Matt O'Brien through the dirt, or through the grass, goes crashing into the barrier. Well, that's going to be race destroying for Matt. That will put us into P3. He was running such a strong and solid race right there, and it all comes to an end there. He's still gonna get, I think, a top 6, top 7. He would have to come in for some repairs, but obviously not, not day ruined. It's just day destroyed, I guess. But now I make a mistake through the little right sweeper, and that makes it a free pass there for the 98 of Chafe now. So we'll stay behind him and settle into 4th place. I just screwed up on that corner. The back end kind of kicked out, and then I just chased it over there, and now some more lap traffic here. As you can see, there's Gale again, and I'm gonna lunge one up the inside, and actually I outbrake myself right here. Just couldn't spot my braking zone when battling with them, so go a little bit deep, no big deal. You can see Matt Chafe just behind Joseph, so now just hoping that these two can maybe race it out here, coming straight through to lap 52, 4 to go, and you can see the next 2 cars are them, and there was one lap car in front of Joseph, but that was MJ, but he would get out of the way very well. and just let us all race it out here now. So here's when things start to get interesting. 3 to go. Joseph loses the rear end, and that allows Chafe to go through into second place. So now the race is on between myself and Joseph, potentially here for P3. Keep in mind what happened earlier with that big lockup. He ran us off circuit or into the barrier. We are both chasing the cars into the grass. I lunge it here. Now coming to the final lap of this race. I should have maybe taken my opportunity right there to punt him, but I thought being a little bit more calculated, wait till the hairpin on the last lap instead. So now we have to stick with him though on the last lap. So looking at it in hindsight, I should have done it right there, because the main reason I didn't do it was I felt like if I punted him with that opportunity, he'd be able to stick with me and just give it right back to me on the final lap, and I would maybe end up wrecked or still just P4. So I was looking at what way can I best get P3 on him here now. And this final half a lap here in Sonoma now is a little bit deep there, but we get a nice straight exit now. Hop over the curb a little bit now. This sector, of course, crucial to try and stay with Joseph. Mahu's already come through to win this race, and we have less than a lap of field. We cut it very close on field in this race here now, but you can see Joseph just looks a little bit too far gone. Chafe's cruising to second. The battle for third is going to come to an end here now as we exit the little right sweeper. I'm going to absolutely barrel it off here into the final hairpin. Now my mission was to simply wreck him, and you can see how deep I dive in there, and just not enough. So it's going to be P4 in our return to the Nitro Racing League. And yeah, I wasn't even trying to punt him there. I was full beans in there trying to just dump him for the position. But nonetheless, P4 is what we get in our Nitro Racing League return. We'll take it. If you guys want to join up, you already saw everything, or heard everything earlier in the video, and the links are down below in the description. And yeah, that's going to wrap it up for me. So if you guys enjoyed, you know what to do. And I'll see you guys next week, where I have no idea where we are racing, but I'm sure we're going to have fun anyways. I'll see you guys then. Have a great day, everybody.